Hello! I'm laughing already. This is the bold and beautiful mini spotlight here on JLJ Media. I almost said AfterBuzz TV. That's a lie. It's JLJ Media. Got me like they was talking about me or something else going on. I'm James Law Jr., one of your hosts, and I'm delirious because it's not 10,000 degrees in my house this week. I'm so happy it's not. I actually have blankets on my bed. It felt so good. I have blankets and I have my tea. Because we're going to spill some tea today too, of course. My co-host, of course, I'm so glad I don't do this alone because it's just been so boring. I have two wonderful ladies. She's like Canary Yellow today, and maybe she'll sing like Canary for us about the show with Tammy Govea.
Hi, everyone, and happy Sunday. Ho, ho, ho.
And right, okay, sure. And right, so we're all delirious because the weather's better now. We couldn't breathe all because of all the fires. And then down below, and it is all crazy onto our heads. Down below, she's in a partition, so we don't know what's behind there. But she's giving me like a furniture store or like some kind of realness.
Z-Gallery.
Gallery, yeah, Z-Gallery kind of realness. Amanda Russ.
Hey guys.
Now hold on. One second. We'll do this on purpose.
Uh-oh.
So, hello, sister. I'm on the air, and so are you now. Say hello. Instead of saying hi to the fans, so everybody, 1 second. So I just wanted to see what you want to do for lunch after I'm done with my show.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about it when you get off your show.
All righty. I love you, sister. Say bye to the fans.
Bye. Love you, everybody.
Bye. That was my sister, Sandra. She's on the show. I
love it.
So she's called me because we live 2 blocks away from each other. So this is Life at Home, kids.
I suggest Popeyes for lunch.
Oh my God, Tammy! Last night, and I got all of a sudden. I got all excited. I almost ordered a Popeyes chicken sandwich, mashed potatoes and gravy, and a drink last night to be delivered.
Oh my God.
Seriously, I almost did last night. I ended up being that hungry. I decided, so I'm not that hungry. I'm not gonna get it. I almost got Popeyes. I'm not gonna get that for lunch today. I see you. So okay, so I do church announcements first, really quick. So I got my notes. I got these little notes and everything. Okay, so follow us online. We're almost to 600 people on Bold Beautiful Universe on IG. We're getting there. People are totally following us. Thank you so much. Twitter, we inched up a little more. We got to 40 at this point. It's Bold_Universe. And then of course the granddaddy of them all, Facebook, which is Bold Beautiful Universe. We're almost at 900. So thanks for that.
Wow.
Also, there's a new Bold Beautiful Rewind out right now. That's Brooke's Marriages. So that how many times has she been married? Who's she been married to?
That's several rewinds.
Yeah, it's just we rewind a lot on that one. And just an audio only. And the one coming up this week, because you guys asked for it, will be Ridge's Marriages. So that will be next. And that'll be next Friday. So that's a little audio thing. She has the Bold and Beautiful podcast, Miss Amanda Russ. When is that out?
We just had an episode come out last week. It was a double episode. And then there'll be another one coming out sometime this week.
Yeah. But go to Bold Beautiful Podcast for that.
It's always a surprise.
Hey, shoot, well, there you go, kids. It's good. It's always good when it comes out. So still follow her, follow them. Bold Beautiful Podcast. Make sure you follow that. We can throw that away now. We are the Soap Sundays here. So also want to tell you, Daytime Today is out with Miss Tammy Govea and Candace Mack. It came out September 11th. You guys talked about September 11th too on there. Because we all had that strange day. The country was together that day.
Yeah.
Shout out to my cousin who lost his life there that day. But I guess you guys talk about it. You go into the whole news and gossip of the week. That's Daytime Today, and follow them at Daytime Today everywhere. Dishing Days, our sister show, our sister network. Go to Dishing Days on YouTube. They have a new episode today. They're trying out a new co-host. So you're going to want to watch that to see if it works or not. Shady Sunday.
Will we be sipping tea?
I'll be in the chat room sipping tea. You know, I'm going to be stirring. 3 o'clock Pacific time. Some people say standard. Some people say daylight, whatever. It's 3 p.m. Pacific time, live on Dishing Days. So don't want to miss that.
Wow.
Turn it on there. And then also later on today, we have the GH Mini Spotlight, where we have a lot to talk about this week on General Hospital. Me and Frank, we're going to attempt to go live again. We had problems because of the weather and the fires and electricity and everything. This week, we're attempting to go live again, me, Connor Renata, and him at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on this channel, JLJ Media. That's live. We're going to try. If not, there'll be another episode released. But thank you guys for watching these shows. I totally appreciate that. And there was no Forever in a Day after show because there was no Forever in a Day. It'll be back tomorrow, and it'll be on tomorrow and Friday. We'll be back next Sunday at 10 a.m. Me and Tony Moore. We just talk crap. That's all we do on the show. And we have fun doing that one. People seem to love our show because we just talk crap with guests on the show. So I'll have a guest on, and we'll talk about that. And Wide Army Spotlight with Kate Linder has been rescheduled. I am, who around at me? Oh my goodness. Don't tell you there. And that, so see craziness.
That citrus spray you have on.
I know, I was like, what's going on? It's gonna get me. Okay, so that'll be with Kate Linder. We're recording it tomorrow, so it'll be great, and then that'll be out. And then, of course, the last thing I want to talk about really quick is Forever and a Day has a series of spin-off books written by me. Here's the first one, The Tasty Bean, and this is out already. And a new one came out Friday for The Magnifier. It's called Life of the Tabloid. They're short stories. They're like $5. This is going to be the first of several of these series. Some of your favorite characters Forever and a Day show up in the series, but all the characters are mine. I wrote them, and they're fleshing out all of Augustus, Illinois. We're fleshing out more about the Illinois and what's going on in the city. So Forever and a Day books, James Lott Jr., Amazon. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. We'll see you next time. Anything else? Like cheese and crackers. Oh, announcements, goddamn.
Well, you know what? You just made me, every week when we do this together, y'all make me want to watch the other soap operas.
Oh,
and I'm
good.
like trying to figure out, okay, how could I fit this one in and that one and still have time to like actually live life?
No,
Amanda, where there is a will, there is a way. Just when you think you can't do it, just keep going. We have faith in you. We're going to push you to all 4 soap operas.
Yes. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, it's funny because obviously we have busy lives too. We're all busy. And that's the great thing about, for me, DVR, because I don't have to, and also online too. I don't have to watch them in real time. I can sit and binge them if I want to, or watch them in groups and groupings. There's ways to do it. It's a lot of work. No, it is a lot of work. I trust you, a lot of work. Yeah. But there is a way to do it. And some weeks I don't watch some, and some weeks I do watch all 4. I mean, there's times I will admit I don't watch every single thing. It's a little too much. But because Bone People's the easiest, because it's the smallest, it's the shortest. But some of the other soaps, when they're good, they're good.
How you have time. You amaze me. I don't know how you have time to do all of these shows. Then, oh, by the way, wrote a book. Oh, and another one's coming out. Oh, and just put out a new album of music. I'm like, what?
I'm
like different there.
It's a secret, but James has actually cloned himself. There's actually 74 James Lott Jr.'s in different rooms of the house right now, and they're all working on books and music, taking over the world, taking over Hollywood, taking over the insurance industry.
Exactly. I know it's true. They're just, I have them, quiet James number 5. So loud. Yes. No, I always tell people my secret. I get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night too. I do sleep. I love sleep. Trust me. I'm a bad person when I sleep. So I sleep. And I tell people I'm very organized when I'm awake. That's my secret.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't recommend everybody do everything I do. Nobody can do what I do. But I mean, there are folks I know who do a lot of stuff too. And their secret is organization.
Okay. I'm horrible at that. So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Organization and a lot of forgiveness, self-forgiveness. Sometimes you can't get to everything. Sometimes there's certain things that do drop. I have some projects that are not out yet because I am busy doing other stuff. So, but it's all fun. To me, it's all fun. So you should watch some of the other soaps. I would say slowly just pick one and watch that week maybe, and add one week and see if you get hooked on it or not.
That's true.
Just try one. She told you Young and the Restless. Try General Hospital. I don't know. Try one of any of those. Just try one and see if it gets you hooked, and then you'll find a way to watch it.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Mm-hmm. But some of them are really good. I mean, some of them really are having some good weeks, and some are like, they're okay. Days of Our Lives had me crying this week on Thursday, so that's another story. My girl Hope. Okay, So now we're talking about Bold and Beautiful, folks. We are here. This week, I'm going to ask you guys how you thought the week overall. For me, the week overall wasn't exciting. It was okay. It was okay. We did some things that went down. Not much movement. But we saw people that needed to talk, finally talk, and things like that. So what do you guys think about the week? Amanda, what do you think about the week?
It was really slow, in my opinion. Like, they didn't advance the story very much. And I was like, oh, James is probably right. We're probably gonna be like 3 months in. Still Ridge going, I don't know. Crying.
Mm-hmm.
I kept thinking about Tammy.
Oh, no, me too.
Because the Ridge was just on my nerves.
I thought of Tammy too. So, Tammy, what did you think about this week? We thought of you, but what did you think about this week?
Well, it's nice to be thought of. So thank you for that. And I loved it because it was the Don Diamont show.
He was good.
Yeah.
You know, like he was in almost every single thing.
He was.
And I was loving every single moment. Like the writers, kudos to you guys, man, because your writing for him was hysterical.
I agree.
So I loved it for that.
I'll give points to that one. That was good. That was good. He was hilarious. And Darren, I love Darren Brooks. I've always been a Darren Brooks fan. I liked him on
His reactions to his dad are so funny.
Oh my God. They're hilarious. And he does such good comedy. I used to also watch him on Blue Mountain State, which he was really good on that show too. He's so good at it. And Don Diamont is he's never really wrong either. You think about it, he tells the truth. He's an anti-hero, basically. He's not a hero, but he's not super villain either. He's somewhere in there. So we'll start out, because Monday starts out basically with Bill, Liam and Bill talking. I had a choice. So for me, this whole week is about those pictures. The picture of Liam and Steffi, the picture of Quinn. It's all about the pictures, the portraits. That was brought up the whole week from people. These pictures, like they're the only reason why things are bad or something like that. Like they're adding to the badness. I don't know, but it just made me laugh. But I thought, and Bill thinks the picture is weird. Like, I think it's weird. He just said, I think it's weird that it's up there. I thought I'd laugh when he said that. I think it's just weird.
And Liam's like, yeah, I guess you're right.
Liam's kind of dopey. And then, I wrote down, Bill is the voice of reason. It's kind of funny. And when Hope showed up, it was like, Liam was on Steffi's side with the whole kid thing. But Hope, Hope kind of started to see a little bit what we said last week. She wanted her daughter. She should have told her she wasn't bringing her daughter. So, that whole scene was kind of like, Bill's kind of like, well, she's going through pain. I kind of, Liam was correct. She should have brought her daughter, at least talked to her about it or something without just not bringing her by. Whether she's on drugs or not, that's her child. I mean, come on, kids. That's her child. So I thought it was a little weird. Now, I did write down, she's rich. She can hire people. Like, she ain't alone, all completely alone. Like, I understand that. And then when Bill said, bring me the 3 kids, I'll take care of them, and his little big Studio 54, the writing was hilarious.
The G-rated Studio 54. Oh, my God. And the kids are like, huh? It's like, oh, my God, I feel so old.
I did, too.
I'm like right there with him. It's like, what?
That was hilarious. With him and the kids. He's like, I'll take care of the kids. It's fine. I'll take care of the kids. Okay. I was like, I'll pay for scenes for that. If you want to have an extra scene of Bill taking care of the 3 kids, I'm in.
Rugrats. He called them Rugrats.
No, Rugrats. I'm in. I'm totally in. I want to see that scene. I want to see those scenes. Amanda, what'd you think about their conversation?
Well, you know how Liam is.
Yeah.
I mean, Liam he says one thing and then his reactions are different. So when Hope comes in and she's like, oh, she's not alone, the doctor's there. His reactions, like the way he acted, was clearly he was bothered, right? And he had to like rein it in. I think he even realized that, whoa, like I need to rein it in front of Hope. But Liam, he needs to just I don't know. He needs to mind his business.
Well, see,
No, I'm just joking.
Wait, no, but it was just funny, Amanda. See, the thing is, I saw that they had him play it like he was really jealous, kind of, or bothered a little, like doctors over there. But then I was like, Hope was a little gleeful about the whole, like, she had the doctor there. She's not by herself. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
Hope, why are you getting all hopeful all of a sudden? Well, getting hopeful all of a sudden that she has a man at the house. So I guess her doctor. Like, you was thinking that's her doctor. Like, you're just like, she's not alone, Liam. It's okay. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that either.
Well, I think maybe she was thinking, is it normal for your doctor to
No,
come
it
to your
shouldn't.
house? And
No.
then she probably saw him and was like, oh, that's her doctor? Like, is that normal just to stop by? Because Bill said, oh, the young handsome one? Mm-hmm.
They're setting it up.
Liam did not like that.
They're setting it up. And I'm like, I have a cute doctor. He don't come to my house. You know, my doctor's like literally over here somewhere in Westchester, and I'm in Inglewood. He don't come to my house. Oh, you don't come to my house, Dr. McHale.
I know you record it on DVR and then you go into the list and it gives you a brief description of what the episode's about.
Yeah.
So the description said, Liam's upset that Hope didn't, then it's like ... because you have to open it up. I'm like, oh no. I sound like Amanda, like, oh no. If she walks into that office and if Liam jumps down her throat, I'm going to lose it. So I'm really thankful that Bill, weirdly enough, like you said, James, is like Mr. Switzerland. He's like, well, I can see Hope's side and I can see Liam's side, and Steffi's, but at the end of the day, the best thing for Steffi is for you guys to have Kelly so that she can get better. And to your point, Amanda, that just kind of reined Liam in, I think, because his wheels were starting to
spinning. They were spinning.
Oh my God. I was like, do not jump down her throat. Do not.
I know. I agree with you. And I'm with Amanda and the guys. I do not want Liam and Steffi together. They settled it. To me, it's been settled. They said they were not going to be like their parents. That was the whole point. That they're not going to. So let's please don't let Liam be wishy-washy again. I mean, Amanda, I'm with you, girl, as you roll your whole body. If you're not watching this, she's rolling her whole body. I'm with you.
This is what they need to do, because this would just be wonderful to me. Take the portrait off the wall.
Yep.
Burn it.
Totally.
Because I don't trust her to be like, oh, I'm gonna put it in Kelly's room or I'm gonna store it. No. You gonna
I kid you not, Amanda. That's the exact image. When we were talking about the portrait just now, I had an image of it on fire. Because that's exactly what I want to have happen. Oh my God. I don't feel bad. I don't feel alone. If you and I feel that way.
So I'll be the opposite. I don't mind it being in Kelly's room. That's her parents.
No, it needs to be gone.
No, Jay.
Gone.
That is too close. Too close to Steffi's eyeballs.
Then she'll be in Kelly's room all.
She'll never come out of that room. Every time she goes by, she'll get stuck.
She'll be in Kelly's room popping pills.
Oh my God, you guys are too funny. That is so funny. But yeah, these leave the living room. These leave the living room. It's weird in there. That's just too weird. They're not in love anymore, folks. Supposedly, like.
Yeah, and you remember that amazing, going back to what you were saying, James, that amazing moment in on the show where Steffi took control of the situation and said to Liam and Hope, we are not going to repeat our parents' past and mistakes. I am moving on. You guys are moving, and there was just this beautiful agreement between the three of them that we have indeed moved on, and we are committing to that for the kids. Why are the writers bringing this back again?
It's almost like they can't help themselves, right? Because Born Beautiful does triangles all the time, and they're very lazy sometimes in terms of going back to the tried and true. We'll go back to the same trial. Like, you don't have to. You really don't have to. It's going. They're trying again also with Katie and Bill and that whole thing. Like, to me, they're done. And Katie's like, we're done. They're trying to push, Brooke's trying to push them back together. Like, no, girl, she's second best to you in his eyes. Why would you push your sister to have second best? That's how selfish you are. Don't go that direction. It's like, but Bold has a way of going back to the same stuff. So I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it. Fight it. Fight it all. Well, I mean, Dr. Fight Again, as Amanda calls him, said, I'm here to help you, Steph. You know, he kept, and he spelled out. Well, he broke it. I wrote down. He stands his ground, and he breaks it all down. He broke it down, like why the drugs do. I mean, it was a good lesson for anybody who doesn't know this stuff at home. I mean, it's like the dopamine goes to your brain, so you're not really handling the issue. Your brain is handling the issue, it's masking the. I mean, he broke it all the way down. Why he's not giving her the drugs. And I thought, yes, thank you.
He did the complete, like, doctor explanation, in detail. This is what I was like, wow. He's really explaining that.
No, I was impressed. I know they were going to do that. I was very impressed. He did. He broke it down. So sorry.
You know, while he was talking, and I was looking at Steffi's reaction, I'm thinking, okay, you know, like in Charlie Brown when the adults are talking,
yes.
I was like, wah, 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 wah,
yes.
wah.
Yes.
That's what she's hearing because she's in so much pain. Like, she's not hearing any of that. All she can focus on is the pain and the relief of it. And that's why she's addicted. I think she's addicted at this point.
Well, see, and I, as a person who had to take medication because of a chronic issue, it is easy to get addicted because the pain.
Totally easy.
Because you get a break from the pain. So you get a break. That's what you get addicted to, is the break of the pain. Yep. And so when she kept saying, just one more time, just write a little, you just write up. It was like, she made it, she was desperate, but she was also trying to make it seem like it's not that hard for you to do. Just do this. Yeah. And it'll be good. Like, just one, and he's like, it won't be just one more time. He said it. It won't be just this time. Like, I actually loved that whole exchange. I thought it was very realistic. It's like, it's tough. I mean, we've all been in pain before. I like a good pill here and there if I could to take away some pain. I think I can help. I mean, but you know, when you're in pain, because again, Jackie McGinnis Wood is killing it as a person who's like she's in pain. I want to give her a pill right now.
Girl, I'm like, take some. Here,
take some. I got some Norco. Take it. I don't know. But I think that the way that whole exchange went was very realistic. I didn't think it was melodramatic or anything. It was very realistic. It was very just like, just one more time, just write one more prescription. And I'm in pain right now. I just really hurt. Like, my daughter, all of that she pleaded to him about was realistic. But he was like, no, can't do it.
I was just so thankful that she opened up to him emotionally, because she needs that. She needs to be able to talk to someone. You know, and he said, whether it's your father or your brother. I'm like, no, not your brother. No.
Yeah, he's like,
No. So I'm glad she opened up. And it was interesting when she started talking. She's like, I don't want to get into the whole Hope and Liam history with you. But she did get into losing Phoebe. Yeah. And I thought, okay, so she hasn't come out of that. That's the issue right now. That's the pain. She's still working. And I didn't even think about that.
Twins.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is everyone is assuming that it's because of Liam. But I really think it's more of losing her child. Because she knows that she's being loved and cared for and all that, but still, like, losing your child is probably, I would imagine, the worst thing that could happen.
Ask Hope.
Yeah. Well, she's had, like I said, she lost her twin. Her mother's kind of gone MIA. You know, we only know where Taylor is at this point. So, I mean, she's in the credits.
That's just so rude. Like when they had that conversation and Dr. Finnegan said, where is your mother? She's in Paris. Writers, like what the haystack, man?
I know. I know. I don't get either. So she has that. She's dealing with that right now. Her brother's a little weird. She's dealing with that. And then she lost Liam. And then again, you with Phoebe Beth. She raised this child as her own. And she adopted her and that was her child and taken away from her. So all that makes sense to me. It all makes sense.
Yeah. It's not just Liam. Like she lost 2 Phoebes. And her mom's not there. And her brother is a psycho. Right? So like, poor thing. I feel sorry for her.
Yeah, and I do too. So I thought.
I know that he felt bad. Sorry, James.
Go ahead.
I know that he felt bad because she goes with her. She's so pretty. You just want to slap her. But anyway, she looks at him and she's like, "You're not gonna help me? You're the only one who can help me. You're the only one." And I was like, oh my, I bet he's like melting. I know a part of him wanted to say, here,
oh yeah, I'm sure.
Here's 2.
Yeah, take all you need. I give it to her. I don't care. I give it to her. I'm like, but I love that he stood his ground. I did write, she opens up a lot of loss. That's what I wrote, those are the words I wrote. That makes sense. I was like, thank you, writers.
If she was saying that to me, I'd be like, oh, here.
Right.
Here, I'm going to give you a few. Just take, you know what? Here's the bad.
But he's smart.
That was so sad.
But he can't do that.
I know.
It's a Band-Aid. It's not a...
It was such a great moment as Jacqueline, as an actress. He's getting up to leave and he starts writing out something. And she had this like, are you writing me a prescription? Like you could see the addiction right there. He's like, no, I'm giving you something. It was his number, or I don't know. What did he give her?
Yeah, it was his direct number.
His direct number. And she's just like,
yeah.
I don't want that. You will want it. You will want a girlfriend. You don't want it. Mm-hmm.
But I pray, I'm like, please do not make Thomas her drug connection. We've talked about that. Like, please do not go down that road.
Tammy, I hate to tell you, but that's going to happen.
Because
it's going to come through Vinny.
I have a feeling.
And Vinny's already all in love with her. So he's just going to follow Thomas over there or something. I don't know. But definitely they're involved. They're going to be involved.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch that.
You will.
Seriously, I don't know.
You're gonna watch it. You're gonna watch the girl because you got a show to do this. You're gonna watch it. I don't care. One eye, you can have one eye open. You're gonna watch it. So you can report on it.
Tied to the chair. My mouth like duct tape.
Exactly. They say Ernie tied to the chair. Make her watch every eye like clockwork orange. Make her eyes open. Make her watch it. You got a show to do, Tammy. You got to do it for the people. You can hate it, but you can do it
for the team.
Double-sided tape.
Exactly.
Oh
watch it, Tammy. Watch it.
I'll need a few cocktails under my belt. That's
there you go.
For sure.
But I'm with man. I think it's coming too. I mean, it's coming. Now on another note, that's basically what's happened on that storyline. So the other note is that we start seeing we have more of the Ridge, Quinn. Basically, it's not even Shauna. It's like really Ridge, Quinn, Brooke, Bill. That's the whole thing. Some great dialogue with Ridge and Bill when Ridge showed up at the office. A little bit of history. And one of my lines of the week, unless you're here to hem my pants. I thought that was Bill is so funny. I was like, that's one of the lines of the week. But it was one of the best. It was one of the best. Again, but Bill was not wrong when he was talking to Ridge. He's not wrong. He literally just threw the stuff back at him. And Ridge couldn't say that much, but he just hates Bill so much. Like, I'll give you that. But it's like, but you can't, you really have a leg to stand on, right?
There was another funny line when Justin was about to leave. He said, are y'all going to be okay by yourselves? And Ridge is like, there's no helicopters.
Oh, I know.
There's no cars, so I guess I'll be all right. I'm like, that cracked me up.
That made me laugh too, actually. That's another good line too. Tammy.
Rich is an idiot. He's an idiot. Because he just keeps, what are those animals that regurgitate food? Do cows do that?
Oh, they regurgitate it. I know some birds do it. They feed it to their young.
Yeah, that's all Ridge is doing. He's like regurgitates stuff that makes absolutely no sense. You mowed down my daughter. And even Bill was like, dude, you can't seriously say that with a straight face.
Right.
Like, that was an accident. Like, why are you even bringing this up?
And Shauna moving into the house, packing up her shit, moving into the house. I had to laugh because I thought, this is what I wrote down, kids. It was authentic to see a regular person suddenly become rich. I thought actually that part of it was interesting. And for like, what do I say? Like, how do I act? What do I do? We never hear that. We never hear that stuff. I thought that was to me, that was actually very interesting. I'm like, yeah, what would happen if I did all of a sudden marry this wealthy, super rich family? It's like, well, do I make jokes? I do that. Like, she's like, I mean, she's not stuff to Quinn. Quinn just like a canary, like, girl, it'll be fine. Let's like couple months.
Too, Quinn had more time to acclimate to that world because she worked at Forrester. Because she comes from the same poor background as Shauna. But she had more time and experience with that world. Poor little Shauna, she's like, this is all new to her.
Like, do I bring my clothes? I don't think that's a good question. Like, what do you, I mean, yeah, like, no, it's hot and everything, so I don't care.
The credit cards are for. Just leave everything, donate it, just donate it. Walk in with your lipstick and 5 pairs of sunglasses. You're good.
Okay. I know. I thought it was. I thought that part was very cool in a weird way. I was like, okay, but of course, the part of the conversation is where he just wants to roll my body like a man does. I just feel bad for how we got here. I'm like, it's too late now at this point, girlfriend. It's too late, girl. I mean, you're already in. Might as well, like Quinn said, might as well just live it up then. Just get in. I mean, why? You keep going, let's you go tell Rich the truth and say, this is what happened. Then shut up. Shut the F up and enjoy it, bitch. That's what I mean, like, I'm almost like Quinn. And now I'm almost like, come on, girl. Just enjoy it.
You got to commit, babe.
Unless you're going to tell the truth. Stop going back and forth with this whole, like, you made me do it.
It's because they don't want us to hate her.
Right.
They like write it and then they get kind of nervous, like, oh, well, we don't want everyone to hate her. So we need to throw in some guilt because then they'll be like, oh, okay, well, she's not all bad. No, it's not working on me. Nope.
But you're right about that. That's what they're doing. They're trying to give her some redeeming quality. And to me, she had it up until a point. And then she lost it. But you're right. They're trying to do that. I agree with you on that one. They're trying to do that.
I loved this conversation that they were having with each other.
Oh yes, the FaceTime. Homegirl, I'm at an appointment. Her hair was cute. Though, all up to you.
She's like angling it.
So pretty.
She looks so beautiful.
I was like, whoa, she looks so pretty.
Deese Richards, I love you. Anyway, yeah, she looked beautiful.
That's when I thought Eric was gonna walk in, but I knew he was still at work.
That work.
But while Quinn was actually on the phone, I thought Eric was gonna. I'm waiting for that. Like,
it's gonna happen. They're running their mouth too much.
Because they won't shut up.
They won't shut up.
Like, shut the hell up. Every 5 minutes. Oh, nobody can find out about our secret. It's like, there's no way that this is gonna last that long because they won't shut up.
I know. I'm like, stop talking. Stop talking. Ugh, they got my nerves too. Then we had, so 2 people had a conversation again that I thought on Wednesday. I thought finally they're talking, Ridge and Katie. I thought very interesting. We never see them together. So it's like they finally had a conversation. They like, we're both portrayed by the same people. They're like, let's talk about it. But Katie's like, I'm done with both of them. She's like, I'm done. I'm just so done. I like that Katie's attitude. Just like, I'm tired of crying about it.
She's not. 10 minutes later, when she's talking to the Logans are together, she's like, I don't know. I'm confused. We're both confused right now. I'm like, oh my God.
And when she talked to Eric, he said, so you're done. And she was like, well, I don't know what we are. And I was like, uh-oh. She's already sliding backwards.
Well, okay. Well,
Sliding down the slope.
Katie was busy doing that and going, you and Donna.
Yeah.
Exactly, Terry. I was like, oh, see, I told you guys they're inching that direction. They're pushing it. I know, they're pushing it. You and Donna. You ever think about her?
I wore this color in honor of Donna and Eric reunion.
Oh, Donna looked gorgeous.
She looked beautiful. Jennifer Garris is hot.
I know. I was like, whoa. Look at that dress she got on.
It was
like,
beautiful.
she looked so hot.
See, bold and beautiful. It was very true. A lot of beautiful. Thank you. A lot of beautiful this week. A lot of beautiful this week. I know she did. She's beautiful. So I'm like, anyway, I'm like, give her a storyline anyway. I'm ready for that. But her being the middle sister, trying to be the peacekeeper, that was very in character. It was, to me, it was very in character. I love seeing. I don't care. I love seeing the Logan sisters together. I love when the Logan sisters are together. I'm sorry, I do. I love when they're together.
When the Spencer boys are together, when you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like those threes are like amazing.
I love it. I totally love it. So, but then later, Ridge and Brooke are talking at the house. Quinn's watching this time. Again, it was just like, but when I started laughing, come with me and you'll see. Wrong song. Wrong movie. It's like, but she had her hand out, just come with me.
And you could hear Quinn's internal scream.
Oh, yeah. She was up on that staircase, losing it. She's like pacing, and I'm like, girl, they're gonna see you. She's like pacing back and forth. I'm like, what are you doing? Hide.
Yes. And then Brooke goes, there's something going on here, because it reminds me of Stephanie, which did to us. I was like, ooh.
Here in our marriage, yeah.
And she was looking at that picture too. She kept looking at that picture like, If she could take that picture down, she would. She just like, ooh. But she's like, and then Quinn's on the phone, get here now. So I'm thinking of Shauna.
Well, when she said, get here to my house, it's Brooke. I'm like, that'd be kind of weird to say to Shauna, because that's like her house too.
I guess so. I guess I just.
So I'm like,
right.
Yeah,
You're right.
I assumed it was Shauna too.
You're right about that.
who could it be? And then I thought, oh God.
And he walked in.
But he thought Brooke was in trouble.
Yes.
He wasn't there because he thought Ridge was there, and he's not. Oh, that scene between Quinn and Bill, when Bill said, oh my God, if you ever drag me into one of your schemes again, what did he say? I will eliminate you, or
something like that. It was very
He
serious.
said destroy you.
I will destroy. And he goes, and I always keep my promises. Like, I love you so much, Bill.
I know. I love that too.
So
I was
much.
going, yes.
Because that's the only person that Quinn will actually go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's
Just
funny
like a little.
because the other scene when Shauna and Wyatt, she had the cookies and they're talking, and her phone's wonk. Back to that phone thing, Amanda. Back to those phones, the phone wonky. Oh, well, you gotta get the phone. I don't know. I just can't get messages. That was one of paint samples we found out later. So like, oh, so then Bill really was the phone. You're right. Now that I think about it, it was. I should have thought that, but I didn't. I just assumed it was Shauna. Like, go over to Shauna, prance in front of him or whatever. But Bill coming was more powerful because Ridge was thinking about it, kind of, and then once again, here's Bill, and it incensed him even more. And he stormed out, and that's when Brooke went after her. It stormed out too, and that's when the Quinn and Bill had their tete-a-tete.
I think Ridge really was thinking about, okay, I'm going to go back to Brooke now. Like, I think he was really thinking about it.
Why does Brooke want somebody with no spine? I don't understand. All he does is throw tantrums and run away. Really?
He does. But in the end now, because they're setting this up, because this show loves a good ceremony or a party. Quinn, it came out. So we came out of nowhere. I think she was gonna. It's like we should have an actual ceremony. I'm like, Quinn, why'd you suggest that? Like that's inviting problems over. Like I mean, I don't even. I'm like,
yeah, and then really, you think that Brooke is gonna come to that wedding? She's like, we're gonna invite Brooke and put her in the first row. I'm like, please, like she's gonna go to that wedding. Give me a break. Or she might go to the wedding to break it up. Oh, you know what thought I had? I just remembered. What if Brooke totally exposes them like they did to her? Well, like Quinn did to her.
That's what I'm thinking. That's the whole point.
At the wedding.
Right. They like this.
I'd like that wedding.
No, subs always do that. Days does it famously. They always have weddings and gatherings. There's always some kind of video or something going on. So I'm like, that I would not be surprised. I think it's where they're going, right? Because that's like a ceremony. Like, where'd this come? Like, why would you try to push that? And like, we should have a ceremony. I mean, it's gonna be a real wedding. And I'm like, I wouldn't do that, girl, if I were you.
Do you guys remember
Yourself.
when Brooke interrupted Ridge's wedding to Taylor with a horse? Do y'all remember that?
Time ago, yes,
You rode into the wedding, jumped off the horse, opened the door, and the horse sticks his head in, stops the wedding, and then she walks around like, hey, a horse just walks into the wedding. That was great. I love that.
That's what they do. That's what Bloomington does. They do that. That's what they do. Not surprised. So what say you, Tammy, about that?
I was thinking, so when Quinn said to Shauna, I know exactly what to do to nail the coffin shut on Ridge and Brooke forever. I was like,
you got scared. You got scared.
And then so when she came up with the wedding concept, I was shocked.
I was shocked too.
I was shocked. And then so was Shauna, because I think Shauna was a little like, And Quinn said, oh, I'm not that person anymore. What did you think I was going to come up with? I'm not that person anymore. I'm like,
sure.
Fine line. But then I'm thinking, okay, it's the wedding, which I thought was such a great idea, like drama-wise. But still, again, Brooke, why do you want a man who has, if this wedding goes through, if he agrees to this, why would you want him? Even if, why?
I agree.
Because now she can fall back on the, he was drunk, he doesn't remember anything, but now he's making a conscious choice.
Tammy, because that's her destiny.
Destiny.
Oh.
I got trash. I got trash.
So gross.
That's her one and only. Her destiny.
And then Bill with his friggin' fantasy destiny, like the only woman who's ever made a profound and impactful, influence on my life. Truly, I'm thinking is Brooke, it's Katie. I'm like, oh my god. So nobody knows what they want.
They need to keep Ridge with Shauna, Brooke with Bill, give Katie a new man. Screw it.
Totally.
But that won't happen.
And keep Steffi far away from Liam.
Yes. Give her enough to find again, and then Liam and Hope let them have 10 children. Let's leave them all.
Let Hope take somebody else's child. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. Take some more kids, get some goats, whatever. But I just feel like that's not gonna happen. Obviously, it's all gonna be a mess. Yeah. I think I saw a piece of a promo. I think the doctor and Steffi kiss. I think. This week. I didn't see the full promo. I gotta see the promo.
Oh, wait till Liam finds out.
I know. If he gets jealous.
He'll be at that doctor's house. Knocking on the door.
If he gets jealous.
Excuse me.
I can see it. You're not speaking out of turn. I can totally see it. I can totally see it.
Can we briefly revisit the scene where after Bill's confrontation with Quinn, and he makes it clear that he'll destroy her if she doesn't back off. So he goes back to work, and Wyatt is sitting at his desk.
That scene. He was so angry. He's like, what did I do?
Yeah, And Wyatt's all, what is wrong with you? And what did you say? He says to Wyatt, like, if you don't shape up, you can take the Daddy Express to the ground floor. You see that window? You can take the Daddy Express to the ground floor. Oh my God.
That was funny, the Daddy Express. I was like, he was like, what is going on with you? Like, it was so funny. That happened.
Like, your mother is going on.
Yes.
That's what the problem. And he was like, oh.
Yeah. He knows. Wyatt knows. He's like, oh, okay, I lived with her my whole life. Got it. You don't even have to explain. Like, got it.
He knows his mom. He knows her.
You know, it's a question. If we ever had Don on the show, or if y'all ever run into him at the frickin' store, you know, it's one of the questions I would love to ask is, does he ever, like, go off script? Like, is he ever, what is the word? Improving. Like, because sometimes it seems like he is, because of the reaction of the other actor. They'll literally, you could see on their face that they're trying not to bust out laughing. And I always wonder if some of those he thought of and just says it.
Maybe.
I'm just curious.
No, because I remember I had Eric Braden on the first time. He said that they thought the names for him. Johnny Wrestling and Jack, they go back and work the Dark Knight, the mustache, all these things. He said they thought those up themselves, the actors. And they started putting them in the scripts. They saw these little fun names for each other, and it got in the scripts. So it's so now it's second nature. So with Bill, I'm sure Don probably says a few things and go, that's funny. I'm sure they keep, or if the writers are that good for them. They're that good, then, God bless them if they're that good. But I know sometimes that when it comes to nicknames and things and lines, they do tweak here and there. Some actors are famous for it. But I don't know which ones on Bold and Beautiful. I don't know which ones are on Bold and Beautiful. But I don't know the show that are famous for it.
Funniest things.
He was funny this week.
And like Wyatt's reaction to things is just as funny. His face and his, And
again, Bill was not wrong for a lot of things he was saying this week. He really wasn't. I've been saying this for years. A lot of things he says actually aren't wrong. He gets it. He makes mistakes. But he thinks everybody should follow what he says. But when he sees things, he sees them clearly. They're not. They said Rich doesn't have a leg to stand on in this case. Not really. Even Brooks in the right. It's like Rich is in the wrong in this whole thing. His ego, as we've said this a million gajillion times on all of our shows, Rich's ego has been broken. That's the basis of this. He's bothered by Bill. He's bothered by Brooke. That's what's going on. So Shauna strokes his ego the right way.
And you're right, because he's really started this by not, like, I get wanting to support your son, but when it comes to a certain point, your destiny, right? Your person, and you won't listen to anything she's trying to tell you.
Nope.
Like, he started this whole thing by just being so stubborn and hard-headed.
He did.
Like, he wouldn't even listen to anything she had to say about it. Oh, you just hate Thomas. No, she doesn't. Come on. Like, she helped raise him. Give me a break. She should have kicked him out then.
I cannot argue.
Thank you, Bill. I can't argue with that either. That's all. Again, he just started this whole thing because of Thomas. That's why we are where we are.
I was confused because how can Bill be living with Katie and be supposedly happy, but then kiss Brooke? And then the next minute he loves Brooke. So at least we found out that he's super confused. Like, he told Wyatt or Liam? I think was it Wyatt? I'm straight up confused. Like, I love both of them equally. I was like, okay.
I think it was Liam.
Okay. I was like, well, that makes sense then. He's confused as we are. Okay.
Well, there you have it, right? That was it. I guess. So I guess we'll see what happens. The writers see what directions they decide to go with these several storylines. I guess.
I know, can't predict it this time, right?
No, we can't. Actually, no, you really can't at this point. It's musical chairs. You really can't. At this point, I couldn't tell you what I think, which direction they're going. I don't. I mean, it could be anything. I mean, we know we're going by past stuff. We can have an idea where they might go, which is a possibility, but we're not sure. I mean, no, you guys out there watching, you guys feel the same way. We don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen next. These writers is like, they're writing some stuff up, and they're going to go what direction they want to go, I guess.
Oh, one more thing I forgot to say. Did Zoe looked so pretty?
That dress?
That dress.
Yes.
Blue, yes.
She did.
She looked like a Barbie standing on that little podium. I was like, oh.
Yes.
Yeah, that dress was beautiful. I'm glad they showed a piece of the work they're doing. It's like, come on, folks. I need a fashion show. See, that's what it should have. Forget the Shauna remarriage. Go back to having the drama at the fashion shows. Those are hilarious. Have Shauna be the final dress.
Oh my God.
James, they could have had a fashion show, right? And when Ridge comes out, at the end, you know how he always comes out and he has to walk the runway. When he comes out, right? Shauna comes out and she's introduced as his wife in front of everybody.
That's the point.
That would have been
exactly what I'm saying. Get back to the fashion shows. Tell us what's going on there. The drama can happen there. They did before. They do great fashion shows. They've done it before. We don't need another ceremony.
And while that's happening, they show Brooke up in the roof, like sawing the rope to the light, so it falls on Shauna.
I don't say tar and feather her like Carrie.
Oh my God!
They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you.
Remember when Donna was on the runway and Pam poured all the honey
on her?
Honey on her. Wasn't that on the runway?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The fashion stuff could be where the drama is at. Well, Quinn stuff was also a fashion.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm saying, let's go. It's bold and beautiful. We're fashion house. Let's show the fashion. Let's not have another ceremony at the Forrester living room where Carter is going to do it. And I mean, I was like, oh. Again.
Don't even get me started, because every time they have a wedding, I'm like, these people are rich.
Yes.
Okay? Why are we having a tiny wedding in this tiny living room? What is going on?
Poor Carter. They just trot him out every time for a wedding.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. I'm just like, I think that's where they're going. But thanks for a little piece of the fashion behind the scenes stuff they threw in there. So, well, folks, that was your week. That was on Bold and Beautiful CBS weekdays, Monday through Friday. Hey, come on, CBS. Check your local listings wherever you find it. Press Channel 2. I don't know what you guys find on your channels. So CBS Channel 2 in Los Angeles. So you watch it after The Young and the Restless, 12:30 to 1. So you guys, where can they find you, Amanda, and your podcast?
You can find me on all the socials at The Bold and Beautiful Podcast. And usually we put out an episode every week, but sometimes we do double episodes, so it's like every 2 weeks, and it's always a nice surprise.
It's like Christmas. Every year it doesn't happen. So follow them and see what gifts they give you when they give it. Come on. Tammy Govea.
You can find me on Twitter at Tammy Govea, Insta Tammy.Govea, and Facebook Tammy Govea Official.
Happy
also,
Grandparents Day.
Happy Grandparents Day. Aww.
I'm sorry. She also has Voice of the Daytime and Daytime Today.
Yeah, and Daytime Today across all social media. You can follow that show at Daytime Today.
That's right. I just ruined her reel right now. So you can't use this for your reel at all. Your outro. Like, dang it! I was too fast. See, I'm an old person. I'm a grandfather. I can't help it. Just didn't write stuff. So I want to say to my grandkids, Rod and Scarlett and Zayden, I love you guys. Sorry I can't be with you right now. All the grandparents out there, happy Grandparents Day. There's a new episode of Really, I'm a Grandparent out today here on JLJ Media, talking about Grandparents Day and the origin of it and all that kind of stuff. So go to JLJ Media across the board. You can hear me talk about grandparents. And I don't have any grandparents left, but I'm a grandfather myself. And you can follow me where, folks? Where all James Lott Jr.'s are sold at James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms, bitches. That's right. I am everywhere. TikTok too, folks. TikTok. Follow me. There. And of course, I already told you the earlier socials for Bold and Beautiful Universe across the platform. Just follow Bold and Beautiful Universe and find us. Follow us.
Yes.
Post things. And some of the stars actually come on the pages and they do things and they like stuff and they watch things. So and make sure you can say that. Anyone out there with the fires in California, I'm sending you, I have a friend right now who's on a watch right now. He's in Monrovia. He's on a watch right now for the Bobcat fire. We may have to evacuate today. They're not sure. So anybody with the fires, and my heart goes with you. All of us in LA with the bad, and Northern California with the bad air. Those pictures this week were amazing to see. I had a double mask a couple of days ago to work. It was very strong. So please be careful inhaling all of that. If you can stay in, and make sure you stay hydrated. Anybody, and all the snow in Colorado, things like that. I mean, right now it's like the end of the world. I don't know what's going on here, but be safe wherever you are, because it's just Mother Nature has just gone buck wild right now. So please be safe.
It is. I have another hurricane coming.
Oh my God! Well, hope nobody will send prayers to you so that you don't get affected either. That's crazy. Hurricanes and snow and September and fire. It's just like, it's out there. It's great, but just try to stay safe as much as you can, if you can. And our hearts go out to all of you trying to navigate your way through this time period. It's something else. We'll see you next time, next Sunday, again, here on JLJ Media, Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlight. We love doing this show for you guys, and thank you very much.